I'm going to ask everybody to do me a favor that an artist normally would never ask. Can you all please close your eyes? Now picture this. We're going to travel through time, far, far, far away. We are 40,000 years ago, and we find ourselves in a cave, surrounded by cavemen. And what are they doing? They are dipping their hands in cold blood, and they are drawing on the walls. They are painting figures that they can imagine, tools that they can use, concerns, themselves. They are expressing that they exist. Therefore, we are now all witnessing the beginning of our history. At a time where we couldn't really speak or write, we were already expressing who we are and where we're going just with images. That is, for me, the beginning of humanity. Now, if you open your eyes again, my name is Domingo Zapata. I am an artist, and I'm here to explain to you the only way I know, by painting, the healing powers of art. We're going to separate this in two categories. The first one is going to be, what are those powers for an artist like me? And the second one is going to be for you, the viewers. Although, I want to convince you that you are all artists in your own way. And it was Pablo Picasso that said that every child has an artist inside. The problem is, how do we keep that artist as that child grows up to be an adult? Well, let's start with me. The artist, okay? What advantages? What are the healing powers of art? Why do I do this? Well, first of all, it helps me finding myself. How important it is to find yourself, to know who you really are. So, finding yourself. Now, that's extremely important. But another thing that happens to artists, well, to some of them. For example, for Picasso or Dalí, the frustration of having to be kicked out of their own country by the dictator Franco just because of the way they thought, their political opinions, or their sexuality. And then we have others, like Van Gogh, who was a little bit crazy, you know? But then again, who's not crazy? I find myself drinking sometimes, and I'm like, do I cut my ear or I have another shot? Thank God for tequila and for letting my demons go away, because by painting, I relax. I go to another planet. I concentrate in so many other things. So, let go of your demons. Often, when I get interviewed, they said, what's the statement with your art? I'm like, statement? So many artists with so many statements, you know? I'm like, well, I don't know anything about anything. You know, if I wasn't successful at painting, I would probably, painting canvases, obviously, I would probably just paint roads or traffic lights or whatever, you know? That's the only thing I know how to do. So I'm like, the statement, it's Vanity Fair. It's like, what's your statement? I'm like, okay, well, you know, I think there is many people qualified to make this world a better place. My job and my statement is just to make it beautiful. Just a little bit more beautiful. So for me, another advantage as an artist, another healing power is that I get to create my own world where everything is a little bit more beautiful. So you create your world. Okay, now let's talk about the viewers. So let's see. What can be those healing powers for somebody that is looking at a painting? Think about it. By looking at something beautiful, you might get in a better mood. I tell my girlfriend every night before she comes home, I'm like, just look at a painting. And then she comes and she's in such a good mood. Sorry, one of my paintings. Anyways, so definitely by looking at something beautiful, you're already being influenced by something nice, good energy, good vibes. So, better mood. What else? Well, it transports you somewhere else. It takes you to another place. You're looking at a beautiful landscape, or you're looking at, a portrait or an abstract figure. It takes you somewhere else. So it transports you, like music does, like food can as well. So you can just evade. It's been proven that in hospitals, patients tend to relax and sometimes even forget where they are or why when they're looking at paintings that are hanging on the walls. At moments of stress, if you have something to look at that will transport you, that will let you imagine, for a second you might forget, and that second might give you that energy that you need to overcome your fears. So definitely, it helps you forget where you are and why. And last, I would say that many times by looking at somebody else's pain, it might help you ease yours. So for me, those are very valid points in terms of healing powers of art. So now it eases the pain. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to get out of this talk is to motivate you so that tonight you go home and no matter what, you create. Because creating is not about making something perfect. It's not about drawing what you see. It's just about letting yourself go and express yourselves. Because without creation, we don't even exist. So I don't care if it's good or bad art what you're going to make. Just make it. Therefore, like the caveman states, though I exist, you stayed who you are, where you're going, and why. About 6 years ago, my second child was born. His name is Paul. And like a Spaniard and an artist that I am, as soon as he was born, I was out in New York City, partying, smoking cigars, and more shots of tequila. But inspiration. Anyways. Anyways, what happened is, I get a call, and the doctor says, Domingo, you better come back to the hospital. There's a serious problem with your child. And we need to do a surgery, and we don't know what's going to happen. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You talking to me? So I went back to the hospital, and those were the 4 most difficult hours of my life. But thank God, everything went well. And then they say, we're going to put him in an incubator for, I don't know, a few days or a week or 2 weeks because of infections and all this. And I'm like, oh, how am I going to deal with this? I don't know how to deal with any of this. So I sat down, and I could only look at him, and I had no powers, no nothing, Didn't matter who I knew or who I was. All I could do is pray and paint. So I sat down and I sketched him over and over again, and I thought, what is he going to be in the future? How is he going to look? What girls he's going to date? And I kept sketching, and that is what made me get over that. Get through that week. It made me feel better. It made me relax. It gave me powers. Well, now Paul is a little monkey that climbs everywhere, and he's perfectly fine. And so is his brother, and they drive me crazy. But I'm happy that I had something that I use as therapy. It's very important that you don't let go that artist that lives inside of you. Because it might not make this world a better place, but it's going to make your life a little bit more beautiful. And life is not about chasing big goals. Life is made of memories. And memories are made of moments. Moments that don't come back. Just grab them and enjoy them and pay attention to detail, to little beautiful things that happen around you. And those big things that we're waiting for, the big deal, it might happen or not, but a combination of little beautiful things will make your life spectacular. And if you have time, just take a second and sketch it and sketch it and sketch it. Thank you very much.